Yeah, uh, I'm back again today. And first of all, I would like to show my appreciation that I'm very gratified for your support, you taking time to watch this on YouTube and to follow me on other social media platforms. I do appreciate the love and the support. And it has been brought to notice that I take off the mask so that you people should get to see who the person really behind the mask is, and I've done so. So even though I stand for the awareness for the COVID-19 that we all do protect ourselves by wearing masks and observing the other protocols, it is also imperative, as the suggestion from a fellow, that I take the mask off so that people get to see. And I think I do like it. I do like it. As I always do, I come your way and I just share a few things with you. Today, I want to talk about something, as usual, something here. And see, I knew from the beginning of life, as I was taught from primary school coming up, right, your responsibilities, your duties, right. And I knew from there that I had the right to association, right to religion, right to speech. You can count them. But there is this one right that amazes me now that I never knew I had. Even though I knew the thing, but I didn't know I had the right to perform it. And that is, when I watch movies, I said I love blockbuster movies. So when I watch movies and a criminal been busted, or let's say somebody's been arrested, whether in the house or in the office, or the cops or the detectives who comes to arrest the person will say to the person that you have the right to remain silent, and anything that you say today or right now, this moment, can and will be used against you in the court of law. Can and will be used against you in the court of law. And therefore, you have the right to remain silent. So it means that they are not preventing you from talking, but you should be careful what you say, for whatever that you say, same shall be used against you, whether good or bad. Then I ask myself, wow, so I have the right to remain silent. I have the right to keep mute. I have the right to shut up and not to speak. Oh, wow. Even about my own issues, I have the right not to explain to people. Wow. Then I continued. I also saw in the courtroom that in the court proceedings, they will ask a witness to step into the witness box, or either the petitioner, or there is a way they call this one, the complainant. If I'm right, the petitioner or the complainant, any of them will step into the witness box to defend whether the accusations, or to defend their statement, or to defend themselves. And in the court proceedings, I also saw that in as much as you are called to defend yourself or to adapt to the proceedings, you are not obliged, you are not compelled to answer all questions. So you have the ease to skip some questions at your own convenience and comfort. That the questions may detriment your statement, may detriment your proceedings or your case, or you've not prepared to answer that question, and you let it go, and court won't do you anything. Even though you are called to defend yourself, even though you are called to add more to your case, you still have the right to remain silent. So the lawyer that is doing the cross-examination will put a question to either the witness or the petitioners have said. And then the person in the witness box may say, skip it, no answer. And the lawyer has nothing to do than to proceed. Ladies and gentlemen, then it brought my mind to, there is this thing we call in our society that the school of public opinion, where our own consciousness of the things and people and stuffs around us compel us to come into the public domain to explain ourselves, because we believe that the public domain is some sort of a court. That is natural, because people, the last time I checked, a courtroom judge must have been a lawyer practicing law for at least 12 years with a high moral standard and integrity, practicing law for at least 12 years before he or she can assume the position of a judge. But in the natural realm, in the natural school of public opinion, you don't need people to go through the law school to be called to the bar and to practice law for 12 years and to have high moral standards and integrity before they judge you. But we have more judges in this world than in the courtroom. Have you thought about it? People can sit somewhere who are defunct, who are very, very defunct, very, very immoral. That is the correct word. Very, very immoral, of poor integrity. People with no substance can sit somewhere within a twinkle and bring your case in front of them, dive into the issues as if they have the standards and they have the bars to do talk about you, or to put a verdict on you. And ladies and gentlemen, they've not been to any school, law school, but they can judge you and put a verdict on you without any stress. I don't know if you get me. And when you hear people talk about you in the public domain, what you do is to also come and then explain yourself, either through the social media platforms or through man-to-man, whatever that you would do. I've done some before. Sometimes something happens and you would like to vindicate yourself. I mean, you like to exempt yourself from those things. And by doing so, you end up saying a lot of things, explaining yourself to a lot of people who don't even understand what you're saying, all in the name of wanting to associate yourself from what is being said. And as sudden as it, does it really matter that I explain myself to people? Because the last time I checked, the only people who are qualified to listen to us and to judge us are in the courtroom, who have practiced law for at least 12 years with high moral standards and integrity. And they are the people, when even I appear before them, I have the right to remain silent. I have the right to remain silent. That whatever they ask me, I choose to answer and I choose to let go. So why am I compelled to explain myself in the public? Why am I compelled to always come and defend myself when I have the right to remain silent at some things? Then I said, if I had known, I would have used this right of silence to remain silent at all wrong times. It is not easy. I know you understand me. It is not easy when people talk about you and you will have to come and explain yourself. And whatever that they say of you is not what the actual story is. And you want to come and tell your story. As I said earlier, tell your story the way it is. But sometimes, I'm not talking about all the time, but sometimes we should exercise that right of silence, because it is also our right. Even though we have the right to speech, I have known that I have the right to remain silent. Ladies and gentlemen, I came your way this morning to tell you that if you go to the courtroom, you will have a lawyer to defend you. You don't have to speak for yourself all the time. And I would admonish that you and I, if we can have a common lawyer, and you want to know the common lawyer here, it is time. Let time speak for you. I have come to understand that if I let time speak for me, I will always be the winner. Though the things that is being said about me are untrue, and I have to come and defend myself, but I would like to commission time to do that on my behalf. That at the right time, because I will work at it, I'll put actions to it, that a time will come, it will be right for me, and it will be right unto the people. Then they will understand my side of the story. They say you cannot do it. Give yourself time. Time will tell for you. Time will vindicate you. Time will be of the essence. Time will get you out. Just do your work. Be at it. Never give up. Don't listen so much. Don't explain yourself too much, because you have the right to remain silent also. I would that in all wrong times, that in bad situations, that in difficult times, when things have been said about you and you need to come and explain yourself to the public, so you have the public amnesty or mercy, apathy from people, I would that you remain silent. For if you do not do so, anything you say can and will be used against you in that same court of law. Whatever, how much and how many and how more times you explain yourself to them, they are going to use the same thing you are saying over and over and over and over behind you to judge you. Because it is the public court. And there are judges, many judges than the system's court, the judicial system. There's so many judges, so many coaches in this world. When we watch football, everybody is a coach. We talk about players as if we know how to manage players. We talk about players as if we know how to buy football boots for them. We talk about players as if we know how investment people have made and how much it costs and how much it takes to run the football team. We talk about coaches as if we know and we've been through the coaches trainings and lecture rooms. We talk about referees as if we've gone to refereeing school. We judge everything because we are naturally judges. It takes 12 years minimum to practice law in order to assume the position of a judge. It's not easy. Last time I checked, if you give yourself to the public opinion, public court, explain yourself every now and then, you are never going to end explaining yourself. But I charge you this morning that if you should give time, if you should employ time, and if you should obey time and have patience for it, you will be vindicated. I am still L.A.M Wisdom, your inspirational speaker, your Pan-Africanist. I'm wearing GTP again. GTP, wherever you are, I think you people need to come and sponsor me, because I'm a Pan-Africanist. I mean, I believe in the legacies of Du Bois, the Kwame Nkrumahs, and the Marcus Garveys, you know. And I believe in Africa. I believe in the greatness of Africa. And I do believe that the best time for Africa is ahead of us. We're going to get there. And I'm preparing minds and I'm transforming lives. I love your support and I pray that same time I come your way with more. Thank you.